Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. Cardano continues to move sideways here, as it usually likes to do it. We talked about this wave 4, in which I think we are at the moment, could become an Elliott wave triangle, and I think we see the evidence for that now. It has moved sideways, which is nothing unusual after a long increase, after such a strong increase. I mean, it moved more than some other coins, in just a day, moved up like 17% in a day, which is not too bad. So it naturally just needs to cool down a little bit. And you can see here on the hourly chart, we were massively overbought. On the RSI, we were at 90, which, I don't know when we did that last time, but it's been a while. So it has to cool down a little bit. And interestingly, if you take a look at the RSI, there is a trend line you can draw. Depending on how you want to draw it, there's different ways of doing it. If you draw it this way, we've just hit the trend line. And trend lines on the indicators, they are relevant, or they can be relevant as well. If we do it like this, it indicates that we have now found a local low and are most likely going to push again. That would be in line with the Elliott wave count as well. We're going to take a look at that in a minute. Here on the 4-hour chart, to be honest, however, we are still quite high. So, but also here, we've hit now the, let's call it support level, the yellow, that average line. We've hit it now, and maybe we'll try to create a bearish crossover. We'll see. But there is certainly some confluence there that should give us some support. On the daily chart, we are still able to push higher. We are far away from the overbought range. I mean, you can see how overbought we were during the all-time high. Let me just make that a bit smaller. Or even here, we were above 70. That was back in March. And then all-time high was here. That was a level of 88. Now we're obviously far away from that. But at least this move here at the moment could help us to get into higher price ranges, right? So at the moment, this is not looking too bad from the indicator point of view. The daily would allow us to push higher, and on the hourly and the 4-hour one, there are still some bullish signals. So if we now zoom in, what you will remember is that we moved up in a wave 1-2 setup here. We said that we are probably still in the third wave, and that in the third wave we have also a 5-wave move, which is currently playing out. We're going to take a look at that in a minute. But after this third wave here in green, there should be a fourth and a fifth. That will complete wave 1, and then there will be a larger wave 2 correction. And this wave 2 correction will decide if this uptrend is going to be something more sustainable, and if the price and the chart is going to hold certain support levels which are highly relevant to continue a rally after wave 2 is in. Wave 2 is normally quite a strong correction. It is the strongest correction that you usually get in a 5-wave move. It is the first larger correction after a strong impulse in wave 1. It is psychological, the time when a lot of people are taking profits. A lot of people don't really believe yet that a rally has started. A lot of people are are buying also, sort of towards the end of wave 2. They are selling towards the end of wave 2 because they think it's going to break down again. If it doesn't, then wave 3 is going to be the FOMO wave, which is going to push everything up, because the people who sold, they are jumping on the train in panic again. So that's sort of what we're waiting for. Here, in this third wave in green, you can see that we made a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3. Now this wave 4 triangle, at least it could be one. And then the next one would be a wave 5 to the upside. It's not entirely clear to me if this really is a triangle, because the problem is, normally you would say the wave D is not allowed to push above the B wave. Yes, which is the case. The point here is, though, that it really is only a wick. It's from 41.2 to 41.3 cents, and I've seen it's not on all exchanges, so I would still give it the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, maybe this is a so-called barrier triangle, which is just a variation of a contracting triangle. It's basically an ascending triangle. You could say, again, there's different ways of drawing it, the point here really is that the breakout point, I think here is the 41.2, 41.3 cent level. If we get above that level, it's a good indication that wave 5 has started. The final confirmation will be obtained if we get above 41.7 cents. That is the wave 4 high. In anything that ADA does here to maintain the triangle, we need to stay above the 39.5 cent level. If we go below that, it would not necessarily be a disaster for the chart, because as you can see, the wave 4 could max out this orange area, so it could without a problem come down to 38.7 cents before pushing higher. At the moment we are just in a range, so we need to see which direction the price is breaking out. Very important is that my view is that the uptrend isn't finished yet, so that we still continue to push higher. What I don't know, of course, and nobody has the crystal ball, right? What I don't know is if we go up straight away, and this will most likely happen if we break above this 41.2, 41.3 cent level and will then follow through 41.7, or if we go down first and then up. And this would be an A, B, C pattern, out of which we would then move up in wave 3. So it's not entirely clear to me, but I think in the last video I gave you a rough idea of what the target could be here for the 5th wave of the 3rd. And just to update that, at the moment it would be, no, 1 second, what did I do? Take the length here of wave 1. Okay, so yeah, first target would be 42.1 cents. It's a bit too short in my opinion. That's the 1-to-1 ratio between wave 1 and 5. A more likely target for me would be the 43.3 cent level. That is the 1.618 extension. Okay, that's my update about ADA. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Bye bye.